Welcome back to the channel. We are now climbing up on the Trance E. Pretty stoked to try out an e-bike for the second bike of the day because, well, it makes my life easier. However, this bike only had 3 bars when I was given it, and one of the bars didn't even make it out of the parking lot. All right, I'm out at the Northwest Tune-Up, and the weather is super nice. I'm really impressed with this festival. It has grown so much, so fast, and really offers a great time. It is a bit hot today, so the festival grounds are baking, but you know, I think everyone out there's having a good time so far. It is day 1. We'll see how people feel on day 3. But yeah, I'm checking out the Trance E and running out of power quickly. A little bit nervous about that, but it is a pretty light e-bike. I don't know the weight. I'll look it up and put it up here. But it feels like a full power e-bike. I should have looked up something about this. It's just what they had left, and I thought I had enough battery, but it's not looking good. So what is this bike? So I joked about their nomenclature before my last Giant review. But basically, this is the Giant Trance X Advanced E Plus Elite 1. And it's a carbon lightweight full power e-bike with mixed wheels and 140 millimeters of travel out back and a 150 fork. On the e-bike side of things, it uses the Giant Sync Drive Pro 2 Magnesium powered by Yamaha. Somebody really needs to talk to Giant about the naming of things. This motor has 85 Newton meters of torque, and they don't list the watt output. But Google AI, which is known for its reliability, says 500 watts of peak power. This is accompanied by a 400 watt-hour battery. Let's take a look at the geometry. It's more trail than a lot of new trail bikes, which makes it less intuitive on the climbs and more cautious on the descents. And back to the trail. All right, so how's the Giant Trance E get up the hill? Well, we'll start with the non-e-bike things. First off, body position. Pretty comfy, a little stretched, and likely because the C-tube angle is pretty slack. This one does require a fair bit of hunching over to get up some steep stuff and around switchbacks. So yeah, not the best. As far as efficiency, feels super efficient, just like the non-e-bike version. And traction wise, yeah, it seems to be more efficiency over traction, and the Trance X itself was more even for sure. This one is, maybe it's that extra power, but all my weight's back there and it still wants to spin that tire if I'm not putting a lot of body forward. Let's talk e-bike stuff real quick. This Yamaha drive system feels fast. Like it's got a decent amount of power, feels full power, but it is definitely more reminiscent of some older systems like the last Shimano e-bike I rode. It just is kind of jerky. Very, what's the right word? It has a very yo-yo feeling in certain modes. And yeah, kind of weird. It's largely because I've been riding so many e-bikes lately that I notice it, but definitely doesn't feel as good as that new Bosch system, or maybe even the Fazua lightweight systems I've been riding. Gotta say, this controller for the Yamaha system though is pretty intuitive. Blue mode is a semi-dynamic assist feature that works pretty good, especially when you're cruising trail. Let's get into the fun stuff. So I remarked while climbing that the regular Giant seemed like it had a better balance of traction and efficiency. But after some descending, I don't know if I still think that. It's a better descender than I thought. Yes, it's likely due in part to how the bike is weighted and the mixed wheels, which gives it a pretty calm demeanor when things start getting steep and loose. Unfortunately though, those inexpensive tires were noticeable, especially on the rock. So at speed, things are pretty good. It seemed to have a good balance front to back. That said, I felt the end of the travel more than I'd like when things are chunky or on flat landings. Steeps were surprisingly controlled, and I would almost compare it to the Evil Offering, though the stack is pretty low on this bike. Jumping that longish back end kept things more grounded than I'd liked, and that seemed to hold true for tight turns and quick direction changes. Yes, it's good for traction, but just not that quick. The Trance X e-bike overall descends with a very neutral attitude. Let's see how she bottoms out. Oh, harsh. Ooh. This thing goes down steep stuff pretty surprisingly good. Let's check it out in the Loam library. I said neutral before, but maybe average is a better descriptor. Well, I'm not sure that I like that this is always part of my videos now, but it's pretty fun. So final thoughts on who's this bike for? Well, I'm gonna have to be honest right off the bat. E-bikes are evolving fast, and I worry that the best ones I've tried are already out of date. But unfortunately, when it comes to the Giant, this definitely feels out of date. Specifically on the e-bike side of things, torque was higher than the Trek Fuel EXE when it was released, but now it's more average, and the way it delivers the power isn't as good as the new TQ or Bosch systems. Also, if Google AI is correct, then that's less peak power than the lightweight Bosch system. Overall, it looks like the newest crop of lightweight e-bikes has more capability and less weight for the money. The geometry also feels a bit old. I personally like a steeper head angle than some of what we're seeing, but the combination with the stack, reach, and rear center just didn't complement my riding style. It's going to depend on your terrain, so keep that in mind. E-bikes keep evolving, and the Giant Trance X Advanced E Plus Elite may already be part of the fossil record. Thanks for watching. Subscribe so you don't miss out. If you need anything for yourself or your ride, check out Jensen USA, Hover Air, Industry 9, and more. I have affiliate links in the description and on my channel's page. Drop a comment with what bikes you want to see next. Hopefully it's already on the way, but if not, I'll do my best to check it out. Now get out there, go fast, and take chances. See you next week.